One sentence summary. People who steal ideas from dreams for a living must plant an idea into a dream, or else. Could you beat the villain? So Leonardo DiCaprio, it's his psyche is the villain really, because there is the scary company who they messed a job up for in the beginning. They are shown to be like chasing them, but when they're on the mission, it's Moll, Leonardo DiCaprio's dead wife. She's the one that's kind of sabotaging things. So, yeah, she's like a bad memory, she's guilt, blah, 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 blah. But you could definitely shoot her and like, look, I feel bad that you killed yourself and it was my fault, but please stop doing bad things. I'm going to shoot in the kneecaps. I'm going to, you know, you probably shoot her dead, she'll come back because, you know, she's in your brain. So yeah, I think I'd be fine. How would you improve the film? We need more world building. So we know that the common shared dreaming thing exists, but no one seems to be going like, oh no, that's impossible. And there aren't, like, as far as I'm aware, posters on the walls for like, hey, get your new dream share machine from Apple coming soon, or anything along those lines. And people are trained to like resist dream stealing, but if it's that common that corporate people are trained to resist it, why is like those old people that the chemists were helping out, why is it in like a dirty dingy basement, not in, they go into the shopping centre and they go to the dream machine place? It was weird. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like, Inception isn't possible, and Leonardo DiCaprio is like, no it is, I've done it. And then later DiCaprio's all like to Tom Hardy, what do you think about Inception? And Tom Hardy's like, yeah, I tried it once, it's really possible. And then later in the film, you've got, not much later in the film, you've got the Leo's like, yeah, we need a dream within a dream within a dream. And everyone's like, that's not possible. And the chemist is like, yeah, it is, I've done it before. These people seem very negative. A lot of things they haven't tried, they think is impossible. My question though, the chemist with those old people I just mentioned, he sedated them. Were they just having dreams within dreams within dreams, or were they just old people that, you know, he sedated and he wanted to be like, see look, they're asleep, ha ha ha, old people. Speaking of the chemist, too many characters, he didn't need to be there. Ellen Page is like her first day in the job and she spends a lot of time like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, you've been doing this for ages, but I'm going to tell you how to do your job. None of that, alright? But anyway, right, she's the architect of the dreams, so she does all the locations. But then there's a bit like, look, book Ellen Page a seat on the flight because she's coming with us. Wouldn't they need her there? Because I'm sure she showed the other characters the dreams, or the locations for the dreams, but I don't know, doesn't matter. Pushing someone off a raised platform so they land in a bath full of water is dangerous, right? They are going to crack their head open and get brain damage, and that's not good. And there's so much exposition in this film, and it feels like some things are repeated over and over, like Leonardo DiCaprio can only dream when he's plugged into the machine. And like the talk about, oh, you got to be sedated and blah blah blah, you can't wake up. That's repeated a couple of times. But then there's stuff like, if you are sedated and you are shot in the dream and you die, you go to Limbo. That comes out of nowhere. Limbo's not mentioned previously. And the people being trained against dream stealing, that comes out of nowhere as well. And even Joseph Gordon-Levitt seems to be surprised by it, even though it's his job to research these things. So that was weird. Leonardo DiCaprio's on the phone with his kids. And he's like, James, is that you? Philippa? Or whatever their names are. And it's just weird because, like, if he's their dad and he's a very caring dad, why does he like keep repeating their names like he doesn't know who they are? Strange. Michael Caine is Leo DiCaprio's father-in-law, I think. And the grandma, so Michael Caine's wife presumably, lives in America with the grandkids. But Michael Caine is teaching in Paris, so like, are they not together anymore? What's going on? And if Leo DiCaprio is wanted in the USA, why did they let him get on a plane bound for the USA? Like, the drama shouldn't be when he arrives and he's going through passport control. It should be like when he's giving his tickets, like, yes, I'd like to go to America, please. And they're like, oh, cool. Just this way. Bang, you're under arrest. Joseph Gordon-Levitt sexually assaults Ellen Page in the workplace. So the projections, like the people's subconscious, they start realising that something's amiss, you know, it's a dream. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, oh look, give me a kiss. Nom, 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 nom. And then she's like, oh, the projections are still looking at us. He's like, yeah, worth a try. That's unprofessional there, sir. And also, the dream, or the Inception job, where they put an idea into this guy's head, I'm not sure if they're getting paid for it, even though it does sound like they are. Because in the meeting where the idea is proposed, DiCaprio's all like, no, I'm out. I'm not doing no Inception. It's ridiculous. And then, what's his name? He's all like, but what if we could get you to go home and see your kids? He's like, alright, I'll do it. They didn't say, I'll give you 50 grand. He was like, nah, I'll give you 50 grand and your kids. Alrighty. In the dreams, you're in someone else's dream. You don't mess around with stuff too much, because then the person realises they're a dream and their subconscious attacks you. Fair enough, okay. But when the subconscious starts to realise that, hey, I'm in a dream, I'm going to go attack this person, you might as well just go big or go home at that point. Be like, oh no, the projections are coming to get me. I guess Godzilla's going to come and help me out. That sort of thing. And also, if you're in Limbo, there doesn't appear to be, even though there was security right at the start, I noticed, doesn't appear to be kind of anyone there unless you put them there, because Limbo, you build whatever you want and it doesn't collapse. So you might as well just be like some sort of dream deity there. You'll have a lovely time. The first architect guy who messes up their first mission, no one seems to care that he's been dragged away to be killed. That was odd. And Tom Hardy got this like whole action hero little role in the snow bit, and it's just sad that we haven't seen him be Bond or anything along those lines, because he can clearly do it. There's a bit where someone's like, oh no, there's a whole army coming for you. It's like 10 guys, calm down, alright? And Cillian Murphy, so they incept him. He's on a plane. He luckily he wants a drink and they drug him or something. Instead, you know, it would have been that they just like wait until he's sitting in his seat, then chloroform him. Anyways, he's on the plane. He has a crazy dream where like he meets these people and he goes into another dream, and then does he go into another dream as well? Yeah, he might do. Anyway, he goes into some dreams, and you know, he wakes up and he's like, you know what? I'm going to break up my dad's empire, because it's what he would have wanted. He would have wanted me to be my own man. And he doesn't then just go, wait a minute, all these people sitting on the plane with me, you were in a dream, and you were in my dream. And yeah, bearing in mind, he's been trained against dream stealing, so, you know, pay attention for that. There's too much of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in slow motion. I know you've got, like, each dream has got a different speed, and all that sort of thing, but there's a 20-minute section of the film where the only thing you see in kind of dream level 1 is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in slow motion going in a van that's tipping over. Right. Speaking of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he did pretty good in that hallway fight where the sets all flipping around and all that sort of stuff. He should have been a Spider-Man and or a Robin or something, you know, because apparently he did a lot of those stunts himself. There you go. Right now, at 5 beers, I give this a 2. It's pretty good. There's a lot of practical effects in it. It's interesting, but yeah, I had more points, so